Hello, what's up? क्या हाल?
And look at that, just like they never left Chile, casting this match once again. It's Achilles and Paper Thin.
Once again into the breach we go. Another matchup between PRX and Nongshim, and hopefully this time it's a bit closer. Hopefully this time it's a bit bloodier. And hopefully this time we get 3 maps in a best of 3.
God,
you know.
please. I mean, there was some hope after that corrode. I'm like, okay, this should be a pretty good match, and then it just all collapsed for PRX after that. So I think here we're going to see a better showing. I think you're getting the 2 new maps that are coming back into the map pool potentially. Fracture guaranteed, maybe Lotus, which have been historically great maps for PRX, particularly Fracture. Like they were talking about at the desk, they have like a 76% win rate all time on this map. So this is absolutely one of their bread and butter maps. What's funny is neither team changing their comps from the last time they played it.
Yeah, just some changes around who's doing what, obviously, here. So some big changes in the PRX camp as well, as something is going to be playing.
Guys,
which is something that he hasn't done before.
That's correct.
So he's going to be debuting this here on this stage. The Master Santiago Grand Finals rematch.
PRX वर्सेस नोंगशिम रेड फोर सैंटियागो का कहीं ना कहीं वो फाइनल्स जो है वो वापस से रीमैच होने वाला है, तो जल्दी से लिंक पर टैप करो और आ जाओ स्ट्रीम के ऊपर, बिकॉज आज हम सिर्फ एक ही मैच कर पाएंगे, उसके बाद आईपीएल वॉच अलोंग करने जाने वाले हैं.
Cannot wait to see Fracture back in front of mine eyes.
Finals जो है
This is
वो
a map
वापस
that
से
should
rematch होने
never
वाला
be
है.
removed from the pool. It's like taking the goddamn Mona Lisa out of the loop. You just don't do it. You leave it there.
That's
You
what I
don't
like
touch
to
it.
hear.
It's perfection.
That's what I like to hear. Absolutely. I am so stoked to have this map back, and especially to watch PRX pilot
इस
this.
वापस एक रीटेक.
You know, I'm going to be really curious. Like
मास्टर सैंटियागो का रीमैच जो है वो शुरू हो रहा है, एंड वी आर लाइव वॉच पार्टी कर रहे हैं हम लोग, तो जल्दी से लिंक पे टैप करो और आ जाओ, बिकॉज आज हम एक ही मैच कर पाएंगे. मास्टर सैंटियागो का जो रीमैच है वो लाइव, मास्टर सैंटियागो का फाइनल जो है वो, अरे भाई नहीं हो पा रहा है आज नहीं हो पा रहा है, आज वन टेक नहीं है. मास्टर सैंटियागो का फाइनल जो है वो उसका रीमैच आज होने वाला है इन वीसीटी पैसिफिक स्टेज 1. हम वॉच पार्टी के लिए रेडी हो चुके हैं. आज हम सिर्फ एक ही मैच करने वाले हैं, बिकॉज इसके बाद हमें आईपीएल वॉच अलोंग के लिए भी जाना है, तो जल्दी से इस लिंक पर टैप करो और आ जाओ स्ट्रीम के ऊपर, एंजॉय करते. चलो डन 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 हो गया, फाइनली हो ही गया. इतनी मेहनत करने के बाद घुस गया PRX.
Be taken down alone on the site. Now the spike going to be stranded. Jing able to peel back one as Extros will fall, but not before he's able to find 2. Divide with that sheriff in hand, looking for an elimination, but ends up getting isolated, picked apart. Now it's all down to Jing. Francis will clean up the remaining 2 as Nongshim take the opening pistol.
Yeah, so this was all according to plan for them. Just wait for the plant and then, or the tap of the spike, and then they go. I was kind of wondering, just looking at the map, it seemed to be their go-to idea there, and it works a treat. So,
guys,
good start for Nongshim here on this defender side. Throw the stimmy down, throw the relay bolt, get in there. For Envy, not much he can do. Player steps out of the catwalk. Divide okay with those sheriffs, but just too many angles here to worry about. Francis not going to be on that Yoru duty now. Seemingly, you know, a flash player no matter what. Shot not connecting from Dombi. Misses again. Something slides right on by.
Does, we'll take a slide across the rope. Hit over to that south side once again. Just going to be some moderate pressure here looking to be applied by Devi. He's calling for the rotations in. Looks like once again PRX wanting to try to attack onto this A site. As orb will be passed over to Devi's hands. Camera still just watching over on that sand side.
You can see an immediate adjustment here from Ivy, where the util was placed. The spray down catches a little bit to a couple players.
Oh.
Whoa, something though. That was fast.
Yeah, able to find Dombi. Solid pickup. Double tap with the sheriff.
भाई दवाई भी एक मारा.
Again, Devi. Sheriff in hand comes up with the goods. The player advantage. Still plenty of weaponry to work with here for Nongshim as RB taking points. Storming his way.
1v1.
Now suddenly a 1v1. Devi just with that sheriff still needs to hit the headshot. Down so very low. For the hold to half, will just tank some of this damage from the turret. Now clears it out. Swing, Devi will fall.
Goodiko.
2-0 start for Nongshim, but plenty of damage dealt by PRX.
Yeah, I mean, already showing kind of really sharp map awareness and adjustments from the pistol round, being so ready for that player to be coming out of ropes. And Something does a great job here on this first, just nothing but head. Incredible.
Actually,
Sharp as always with those sheriffs. Saw it plenty in Santiago. He's an absolute menace. He gets a sheriff in hand.
बढ़िया था.
Great awareness here though from Ivy, anticipating, already had it to half, so still it's so much economic damage. You're just carrying over that Phantom. You're gonna have Domby with the shotgun though, and it's always a concerning thing. Try to clear some space here with this double duelist that PRX is running. Look at NOMSHIM.
Just hearing all this noise to get everybody corralled on the correct side of the map. The question is, can they win out the fights and so forth? The answer is no. Domby RB now. France is going to be taken down as Ivy can only find the one.
भाई ये क्या चल रहा है? DM कर रहे क्या?
Forsaken will shut him down, so very swift little hit here from PRX. Managed to stem the flood of NOMSHIM players onto that B site.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of this map seems to be coming down to, you know, can NOMSHIM get these floods to go? Can they find that timing and, you know, those micro moments to catch PRX off guard? But Envy's so far out there, Domby not expecting a player to already be tucked in on that side of the fast lane. Couple kills here and there, but really well handled overall by PRX. Yeah, they said just like that. Absolutely. More of that. They're going to try a crunch this time onto B. Obviously, attacker's side, you're running the double duelist on this map. As long as you're kind of playing the chess game well, changing your direction, a lot of opportunities to create trouble for the defenders.
वापस से B split, tower control.
Trying to cover that tower side. It's actually just going to be the push into the smoke. Meanwhile,
Attacker spawn पे है बाकी.
Watching for this swing in from the attacker spawn. Domby now sitting on the relay bolt, trying to slide across and find the punish, but Forsaken just gets stunned up, picked apart before he can exit around the corner. Now on the lurk. After Shock not going to be clearing out in B, but they know where he's at, but James provides some covering fire. But Domby just pushing forward. Phantom in hand, comes away with 2 quick kills and something on the slide. Cannot find a damn thing. Suddenly it's just a Vi. Held off.
इनवी बहुत ज़्यादा whiff किया. इनवी बहुत ज़्यादा whiff किया. इतना whiff नहीं possible हो पाएगा भाई.
Gets the flank through and NOMSHIM will stave off PRX.
सब लो है. 12 HP, 24 HP, 32 HP. पर मारा पूरा किसी को नहीं ना.
I mean, Envy just off. That's all it is. That should be a very different round for PRX. He's got at least one freebie here. This is just a great stun setup. I mean, PRX knew it was coming, but I mean, they were really.
Domby तो at least मरना चाहिए था वहाँ पे.
That's all there is to that. At this point, poor Divide.
Domby at least मरना चाहिए था, at least.
But too little, too late there. Jing does have the showstopper already. Judge in hand for something. He can hear.
Already कुछ नहीं है भाई. Fracture का map है. 4 ultops मिलते हैं. Already गया.
Heavy committed over towards the arcade side. So it should be this time a freebie plant. You're not even going to get any value out of this showstopper.
PRX still take that, but so too will NOMSHIM, not having to worry about that rocket anymore. It's going to be
everybody dish.
North side, sitting around towards dish. Not going to be finding any contention quite just yet. Until they make it to the site itself. Trust though, considering that Armageddon at the ready to hold it for now. Meanwhile, the Rolling Thunder at the ready, armed and primed by Envy. His orbital strike as well going to be called in, just forcing them all the way back into halls. Meanwhile, Divide to replicate that flank from Iron.
भाई क्या ही util spam है. दवाई ने एक मार भी दिया.
Strike finds him, posted up. The exact wrong position, but suddenly X-Ross will find a kill on something.
Jing gets one, 2v2.
Time is just not going to be there. The orbital strike as well will confirm that. So PRX cleaning up this round, getting themselves a second on the board, but
नहीं है वैसे भी और Forsaken एक मार भी दिया.
The one rifle in the hands of Forsaken, now lost. He will get himself a Red Bull clutch.
चलेगा. Round मिला, that is important.
Both teams, but NOMSHIM not able to get the round to go, using their ult just to clear space on the site, but you had some counter ults available. Had the Rolling Thunder, Divide with a beautiful backstab to create that extra angle as well. Make things that much more scrappy for NOMSHIM. They still fight tooth and nail, and they almost get the job done. You get the orbital strike out of Forsaken. He's going to find that one at the end before he gets killed, but huge win there.
It's a really big commitment round Three ults invested in Tambi. Oh my god.
भाई डांबिया
Head clean
उनको
off.
डांबिया समझता ही नहीं है.
And that is going to give PRX some pause. Convince them to rotate across to the other side of the map. Ivy disconnected position, just as the cam set up, tripwires there on the site.
And you still have the lockdown in play here, so you're going to want to make sure you control the tunnel as PRX to make sure you can get that lockdown into position. Try to get that spike through.
You should run.
That's what they're going to do. Should be, at this point, I would think a pretty easy plant, but Envy taking his time, looking for maybe an extra player who...
Waiting for those last couple seconds to tick down. Now we'll start working their way forward.
Smoke's down.
Forsaken at the same time, looking for the backstab, but Xros still somehow noting it. Maybe not fully buying into the lockdown.
3v5 प्लांट हो गया है. पोस्ट प्लांट का सिचुएशन
Brings that potentially being a fake.
स्टन
Either
से
way,
डिले
it's
करवा
not now
रहे
gonna be
हैं.
lobbed in, but RB
That is
the
possible.
side dodges that one out. Time being bought here for PRX, but they already
Short रहता भाई.
But Divide to try to
2v3,
bring that back into their favor.
2v3.
Finds a one something with another, but Dami storming forward. The slide across,
Nice.
and Divide still holding
दवाई
his
को
own.
निकलना पड़ेगा.
He's down
होंडा
to
1
HP.
HP है.
Needs
नहीं
that
रे,
shot.
टैप का वेट तो कर.
Picks Xros low, but not low enough. Nongshim once again not allowing for PRX to tie things up.
Yeah, and it's just some of the individual contact battles this time for Nongshim that they're winning around the map. Starting to get a feel for how PRX is trying to spread things out. Always looking for that extra player now. Always being aware of it. Damn, that is quick from Dombi. Xros watching main for such a long time there.
I believe it's this kill here. Gives Dambi his 1,000th within VCT Pacific.
Oh.
Congratulations to him as the team continues themselves out in front.
डैम्बी के 1000 kills हो गए.
Back into the mix we go.
Drone.
Gonna be cleared out, but
निकाल
it's
सकता है तो
Salvo
अकेला
here from
something
Xros
इस round को.
Maintain control of this arcade position. Jumping to the side. And Stun not going to be connecting onto something. He does manage to slide across, but they're looking to try to flush him out. Salvo not quite connecting.
Nice.
Plays behind the box. Something with that overdrive pop. He's able to find the one,
NT.
but so quickly does Nongshim.
क्या धड़ कर रहे हैं. पागल हो गए.
Francis has them outdone, outgunned. A 3K for him, and Nongshim now up to 5.
Yeah, I think now might be a time to pull a timeout here as PRX try to talk a little bit about how things are going wrong. And to me, a few things. I mean, the players just don't look comfortable yet. I've seen some kind of whiffy moments. I think something not super, comfortable on that Neon just yet either. But those stuns connecting are a real problem because it gives so much information.
गाइस मेरे को एक तो चैट नहीं समझ रही. श्रेयांक भाई क्या हाल. मैं पता है थंबनेल एडिट कर रहा था राइट नाउ. जब तक कुछ काम छोटा मोटा चल रहा था मैं थंबनेल एडिट कर रहा था. तुमको भी भेजता हूँ मैं जो थंबनेल एडिट कर रहा हूँ राइट नाउ. मैं फोन पे ही थंबनेल एडिट कर रहा था. किधर गया. समवॉट आधा एडिट हुआ है अभी तक. कुछ और चेंजेस करूंगा. थोड़ा जेमिनी काकी का मदद लिया है मैंने. इसमें कुछ चेंजेस करने हैं तो बताओ. व्हाट्सएप क्या मैंने तुमको.
Yeah, their floods have been amazing. And you
Because
can
मेरे
see
को
from the
चाहिए
very
रे.
get-go that was their game plan here on this defender
भेजा
side.
मैंने.
Why they chose
उसमें
that
थोड़ा बहुत
into this
changes
map,
करना है, font
as
on.
their favorite side. And they have a really good, kind of understanding of how to sort of dismantle a PRX. They even start accounting for the
This
flanks. The
looks
lurks,
better. तुम्हारा वाला अच्छा लग रहा है यार.
going very, very well. And I think again you're just seeing a little bit of discomfort. Some of the role swaps here for PRX. Again, something's first time on Neon. It hasn't been terrible, but it hasn't been amazing.
तो मैंने भी वही किया. भाई ये कॉम्स वाला सेक्शन मेरे को इतना अच्छा लगता है ना. बट एनएस 5 राउंड निकाल चुकी है गाइस. 5 राउंड्स फॉर एनएस. टावर अल्टी.
That rolling thunder gets called in. Ivy now storming forward.
नाइस रे इनवी.
He will have him outdone. Pushed through the smoke that one.
यही प्रॉब्लम है फ्रैक्चर की. यही प्रॉब्लम है.
Right of the rope. Little hop off. Something does take the hit, but man.
इतने सारे एवेन्यूज है होल्ड करने.
Now that shorty.
हगास हो गया रे.
Find his prize. Something dead.
गया.
Off guard. The timeout does not work a treat.
गया
once again.
पेपर एक्स का मामला
Pick up
साफ
the
है
round win, and this time starting to really streak themselves away from
पेपर एक्स का
Yeah,
मामला
no,
once
they're
again साफ
really
दिख रहा है
well
मेरे को
drilled. I mean, the way that they're using their util to corral Paper X, even if it doesn't necessarily always result in kills, it results in space and
पेपर एक्स का
positioning.
मामला क्रेजी साफ दिख रहा है
Counterplay
मेरे
there,
को
really nice, but they're using the concussives so well from the Tejo, from the
मेरे को
Neon.
फील था कि पेपर एक्स
They
जीतनी
allow
चाहिए
that
थी
space to be taken.
बट द वे अटैक साइड चल रही है बहुत मुश्किल है और 2-0 अगर हो गया तो अपने लिए अब तो और खतरनाक हो जाएगा क्योंकि भाई मेरे को 3 बजे वैसे भी 3:30 बजे
That's always a
एक्चुअली
problem for literally every team in the world.
नाइस रे जी हेलो
Hey, damn clean with that bandit. Comes away with 2 kills. RB and Francis both dead. This would be a massive potential swing round here for Paper X if they can pull off the Thrifty. Well, Forsaken lurking through this.
टाइमिंग नियॉन की टाइमिंग
Rotations from X-Ross. Opens up. Catches him in the back of the skull. Zombie should be able to get the jump on
भगवान
him.
नियॉन की टाइमिंग
That is so much work being done. Might be blinded up, but they do not read him. They just jumped clear over the top of his head. As he steadies the spray, finds the second.
1v1 नहीं यार
But Dambi doesn't give him the reset opportunity. Close but no cigar. The Thrifty cannot come through. Nongshim now,
दो मारा जिंग
at least 7.5.
वो अंडर वाली पोजीशन इतनी क्लास है ना मैं तुमको बताऊं मैंने कितने राउंड्स निकाले वो अंडर की पोजीशन से 2-2 3-3 मार गए कोई नहीं चेक करता मतलब वो तो वीसीटी में भी अब तो ऐसा हो गया कि कोई चेक नहीं करता एवरी राउंड बैठोगे तो चेक करते हैं लेकिन ऐसा कोई राउंड जिसमें भाई तुम इतने टाइम से बैठे नहीं हो तो चेक नहीं होता हो एटलीस्ट 7-5 लेके जाओ रे एटलीस्ट
Check the box.
चेक राइट
Yes, it does. Has been able to spot him. Doesn't need to take any damage here. So far, so clean. As the Armageddon even gets called out. Feel though, something going to be dead.
खत्म है भाई पेपर एक्स खत्म है I don't know why but पेपर एक्स खत्म सी लग रही है this year will be the teams of new old teams जो परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाई है नोंगशिम का एक अलग कैटेगरी है कि भाई वो 5 दोस्त मिलके उन्होंने एक टीम बनाई थी प्रीमियर जीत के फिर असेंशन गए असेंशन जीत के वो स्टेज 1 में आए स्टेज 1 में भी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया वही किक ऑफ स्टेज 1 बोले कितना फास्ट हुआ ये गेम अभी तक 2 भी नहीं बजे और फर्स्ट हाफ खत्म होने को इतना ज़ाबज़ू रपारप गेम निकला है ना
what do you do here is Jing, I mean, orbs are being snatched, Nongshim mid-maxing. Just trying to find anything.
I have the spike.
Looks back. Top of the plant. Shim not buying into it. Wow. Okay. Finds a jump on a 1, but just doesn't have the time. Gonna have to sprint it in now. Try to get this plant down. Only a couple seconds remaining, and he's going to be staved off, so we'll just have to tuck it at the corner and hold on to his weapon.
There is no other option.
Round wins continuing to evade Paper X. They want to try to take this gun out of his hands, but Shell should buy him enough space, so we'll be able to carry that Phantom over to Nongshim now.
एक आधा स्पीड ब्रेकर आता ही है.
This just can't keep happening. I mean, Paper X is looking to get shut out again by Nongshim on a map. Their map pick. I mean, they're just having such a hard time getting through the Cypher util. Just seems like they're not kind of remembering how this map can function. It's not like Cypher's unusual on this map at all. Very common. You're just falling into these traps time and time again. Credit to Ivy, setting them up nicely, capitalizing. Oh, Devi, you are in a world of trouble, my friend.
Has to back away, but Dambi's going to be able to pursue.
Dambi RB gets one. Francis मर गया तो क्या हुआ? Dambi मार देगा.
Dambi just going to be taking that rope across. Meanwhile, Envy says, hey, how's it going?
Hello!
A bit too overzealous.
Okay, take a break, guys.
कुछ याद आया इससे?
Caught. It's not an ace, it's not all of them, but it's pretty damn close.
कुछ याद आया इससे?
Never see that again.
Yeah.
I thought that was a once in a... Now, granted, this wasn't all 5 players.
What time is it in Berlin? Good morning, Crashies.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Crashes वाला game.
Not already watching.
This round, we have 2 outlets. Let's use it, boys. Let's have some fun.
2 ults going into the last round of the half, and yes, they need to find the investments for this. Going to be an attack towards this B side of the map. Likely trying to get Devi once again in
भाई
the underpass.
मतलब मैं तुमको एक चीज बता सकता हूँ, छाती ठोक के बोल सकता हूँ, हम सबने सोचा था कि वो जो क्रैशिस का एक एस था उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं हो सकता रोब्स के ऊपर। आज फिर से देख लिया कि भाई ये रोब्स वाली चीज एवरग्रीन है, कभी भी पलट जाती है।
The entries here from PRX, but them all coming through on that north side. Molly not going to be staving them off at all.
All right, well, I mean, this is much better diligence being shown here. Stun's going to suck for Envy.
Disconnect, but he tucked into the corner here. Meanwhile, the orbital strike going to be called in, gets the spot there. This is a meat grind to the Nong Shimmer, trying to push away into Justice. Managed to persevere for a second kill.
चलो ठीक है, ये राउंड तो पेपर एक्स के लिए जाएगा।
Cannot find that little transfer over. So Jing with a 3K will
ये राउंड तो पेपर एक्स के लिए जाएगा। हाँ, लेट्स गो गाइस, एक और काम कर लेता हूँ मैं।
Really got to credit the way that they're
मल्टीटास्कर तो है तुम्हारा भाई यार।
Really giving PRX fits. The way they're able to control space, they have so many stuns, so much ability to layer, especially on like arcade and on this B side. You know, that's where you want to get into those post plants as PRX. A is a little bit harder to control usually as attackers. And Dongshim is so ready for it. Just really good idea.
हाफ टाइम है ना बॉयज, 1 मिनट टिल टाइम हाफ टाइम है, अपन एक और काम कर लेते हैं। ये हाफ टाइम ही चल रहा है ना, फुल स्क्रीन बराबर है, बराबर है। I'll tell you one thing, अगर आप मल्टीटास्किंग कर सकते हो और एफिशिएंटली कर सकते हो तो ही करना, क्योंकि मेरे को पता है मैंने पहले भी ट्राई की है, उसके बाद आई गेव अप मल्टीटास्किंग, क्योंकि भाई मुझसे नहीं होते था, मुझसे बिल्कुल नहीं होती थी, मेरे को याद है। अरे मेंशन हो जा। एक सेकंड गाइस, गेम शुरू हो गया होगा, आई नो, जस्ट गिव मी अ मोमेंट। Just give me a freaking moment. क्योंकि मोस्टली अपना काम हो गया है, मेरे को 1 मिनट और दो। हाँ चलेगा, एक बार के लिए इतना करके रख लेता हूँ। हो गया। बोला ना, एक बार के लिए इतना करके रख लेता हूँ, बहुत हो जाएगा। Pistol was won by PRX. PRX का comeback.
Aim mistakes you don't see that team make very often. Actually, Jing with the Marshall. That is not usual. He's not bad.
That is something.
Obviously, with something on the neon, you want to put him on the judge. Francis gets tagged up. Bit of spray there from the Bulldog from Forsaken. Just going to try a different direction. Jing's crosshairs, potentially. See if they commit.
Much to Trent really work with here. Just double ban it, and there you go. Chest shot more than enough to take down Downby. As a pink shell lobbed in, RB forced away, trying to grab that orb. Cycle in. First orbital strike of the half will be denied, I believe. Meantime, something is just here around the corner, and RB is not going to be ready for this. Judge will claim him. Now it's the full pivot across, but how panned out the players are. They know exactly where Nongshim are headed.
Big flash.
दवाई ने वो फ्लैश पे अच्छा मारा, शॉटगन, फिर से दवाई नहीं मारा भाई, इनवी दवाई ये लोग ही मार रहे थे.
And that is a flawless anti-eco here from PRX.
That's massive. Now you start to really get some confidence as PRX. I mean,
हो गया काम अपना.
when it came to their eco on the other side, they took almost everything away from Nongshim. Just Ivy survived, and they're coming through on a flawless. So you got to feel like this defender side actually going to be.
Flash was good actually. दवाई के लिए बहुत help हुई है.
A shortage of ideas and strategies, or just effective ones at that. We'll see. It's a very pivotal round.
Now I want to see Odin in the hands of Forsaken. I don't know why. I just want to see it.
It's going to be theirs to take and actually take a series. He slides on by, catches a smidge of damage, but give you at least tree control here. Nongshim looking for some kind of aggressive play. Expecting somebody from tunnel, because they don't really have that angle covered. The cam is so far back. Could sneak a player.
और एक चीज और है, फ्रैक्चर एक ऐसा गेम है जिसमें आप स्लो तो खेल ही नहीं सकते हो. 4 एवेन्यूज है, कहीं ना कहीं से आप पे पुश जरूर हो जाएगा. डिफेंड या अगर आप एज अ डिफेंडर स्लो खेल रहे हो तो आपको अटैकर कहीं ना कहीं से पुश कर देगा. अगर एज अ अटैकर आप स्लो खेल रहे हो तो आपको डिफेंडर 4 एवेन्यूज में से एक एवेन्यू पुश कर ही देगा.
So well situated. They could throw those nades through the door. Devi's right there. You can use Envy's utility. This is a great trap set up by PRX.
Just get the visual contact.
Whoa!
Okay. Draw will just be open. Downby. Speed faster on the draw. Devi going to be struck down. Downby continuing to scale forward at Sands, taking more and more space as Jing forwards back around the corner. Then Ivy strikes from on high.
एंटी हो गया ये राउंड.
30 seconds left.
I can hear a very unhappy coach downstairs. Because it is just
1-1 मारा था आरबी को.
See if he can get a drop of blood out of Nongshim in this round. Opponent's conversion wasn't so massive for PRX. Now it's just about trying to find some damage. And damage he shall find. Quick kill, looking to pick up on the weapon. Let's recover that extra.
हाँ ये.
Maybe sussed out. I don't know if his shoulder was spotting. Peeking through that. Something just had a solid sense of it. Either way, does manage to find a second kill. Opportunities for some more damage dealt.
मैं तो बोलता हूँ कर दे ऊपर टॉप साइड स्पैम.
This round is Nongshim's no matter what. Here's the exit. Won't be able to get the peak timing there. Will be able to catch Francis off guard. So 3K for
सब
something.
फ्रैक्स तो निकाल रहे हैं, but फ्रैक्स उतने काम नहीं
That ends up
आएंगे.
not being that bad for PRX, despite how bad it looked. Getting 3 kills there with Nongshim's economy is going to force them to have to make some decisions. Zombie just so ready for that. Just had a great read on that there might be a player right out there. So then the trap that PRX is trying to set up where, you know, you hear some of that movement, you hear something, or you just get a sense of a timing there, gets disrupted by that. Oh my god.
That's how he got the kill.
Oh my god.
All right.
But the best laid plans just unraveled by that one kill there. Stun early.
Jing. Oh, he's just doing his classics here. Finds 2 quick ones. Devi, bottom of Sands. The Downby is just not ready for it at all. Very good round of response here from PRX. Nongshim really
3 मार
hadn't
दिए.
looked back through their homework for quite some time. Jing catching
The
them
thing is ना PRX एक ऐसी टीम है, आप उनको कभी राइट ऑफ नहीं कर सकते.
How many times he's done it. Now Ivy is just completely boxed in on dish side. Francis, is trying to make his way.
Hell nah something.
Okay. It's a freebie.
Yeah.
Don't see them getting the round off this one.
Line up हो
Maybe if they
जाते.
line up for Ivy, then suddenly they can make a go of it. But
Line up हो जाते.
just the 9 health. Try to play this quietly, maybe re-rotate, re-wrap back through the north side, see if he can catch someone off guard, but PRX still fairly
30
spread
seconds
out
left.
here. Francis will just tuck in at bench, look to hold on to the weapon.
He's only one away from a Rolling Thunder, so obviously you want to keep this gun.
Hear these footsteps. On
10 seconds
the
left.
angle, paint shell's not clear, and I'm out. Rolling Thunder now online. Should have heard Devi. Now is going to be stunned up into the corner. Can he hit the shot? No.
गन देनी ही नहीं थी. बात वो थी कि पैसे इनके पास थे और इसको गन देनी ही नहीं थी. Anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, again, other than a little bit of whiffiness from some of the PRX players, overall,
Something आगा, but ठीक.
just quintessential PRX on this map. It's the deep smoke to set him up that he can see right over. That's a
ये तो याद है ये सन ये तो जिंग
special
बहुत जगह पे
Forsaken on
कहता
the
है.
smokes.
ये जिंग ऐसा ना करे तो हुई नहीं.
No, Forsaken's not going to get any assists there. He absolutely deserves them.
If Jing don't do
Up to
this,
16, one away from a showstopper, something with an outlaw.
तो मजा थोड़ी
Seeing
आता
that
है.
weak economy of Nongshim. It's coming back to bite him.
So that
He created.
is something.
So shotgun for Dombi. So shocker. Yeah. That's the showstopper in hand. So this round, as Nongshim, now you kind of think, well, if we can get some of these ults out, who knows?
Flash through that sand,
Oh.
slide across the Dombi.
Oh.
One with that bucket. Now Francis joining in. Backs up, finds Envy, and suddenly weapon can be upgraded. Showstopper not going to be connecting, but Jing shot will. Francis fallen. Weapon's now not recovered. Still just that Stinger and 2 classics in hand here for Nongshim. Jing not cleared this corner. Not spotting out X-Ross at all, but
Nice.
will eventually do so. Last pack
Nice.
swings in, finds himself a third. Now it is all on Ivy, who's going to be
Well played.
Forsaken storms his way through the door to the fuse to come in, and PRX suddenly knocking on Nongshim's door, 1 round away from tying it up.
Absolutely. Looked a little bit momentarily worrisome for PRX. I mean, Dombi just doing Dombi things and running at you with a shotgun and getting a kill, and then you've got a Stinger behind it to give you that man advantage. I thought for a second here, man, you might even consider investing that Rolling Thunder, but it's going to be Francis who gets caught out there. Showstopper, understanding where Francis was based on the earlier contact at rope.
Jidai.
Automatic click. Well, that's going to be the timeout call.
भाई मजा आ रहा है भाई ये लोग को खेलने में अलग मजा आ रहेगा. भाई ये एडिट हो जाए, थंबनेल जो मैंने बनाया है वो थोड़ा सा एडिट हो जाए, फुल स्क्रीन मिल जाए. एक काम करूंगा, वो जो थंबनेल बना हुआ है ना, इसको कैनवा में डालूंगा और कैनवा से एक्सपोर्ट करवाऊंगा. दो मिनट गाइस.
RB under fire, tucking into the corner.
Nice one,
Down to
something.
his demise, something able to find the shot. Rolling Thunder to try to counteract, to flush them back. Dombi scaling forward, trying to take
30
the space,
HP.
but now Francis
Nice,
getting
nice,
back.
Jingy.
Swing, and
Bhai
it's
sahab, Jingy boy.
PRX just absolutely annihilating him. Clean shot. One tap there from X-Ross, but needs so many more of those, and he will not find any. Timeout be damned. PRX. They tie it up at 9-9.
This is beautiful patience from PRX and playing that flood of their own really, really nicely, but getting rid of RB's ult while he's like considering it there momentarily. I think if RB can rip his ult here and buy himself a little bit more time, he you could set up that extra angle, create some angle density at that A hall position. But instead, he kind of gets caught second-guessing himself. Does he want to invest it? But then PRX is able to fan out, take control of rope, get away from those ults. Nongshim just gets smothered there. So they are going to hang on to the orbital strike. They do have the Armageddon.
Nearly an overdrive as well if Nabi can find a charge.
It's kind of almost a repeat here of the round and away.
Yeah, very quickly getting themselves into position. Ivy this time tucked away behind the box and something. Oh, it took him a second to realize, but eventually turns back and finds the kill.
क्या चल रहा है भाई? ये भागते जा रहे हैं, मारते जा रहे हैं, भागते जा रहे हैं, मारते जा रहे हैं. डैम्बी के अंदर ही घुस गया.
Pushed right into Tommy's open arms. Kill found there is Rolling Thunder now going to be opened up as well. Tommy sliding back into hall.
अल्ट राउंड है बहन. किसके किसके अल्ट जा रहे हैं? एक्सरॉस का गया, आरबी का गया.
Divine, however, able to find the one. Envy with another showstopper going to be thrown in. Lob past Tommy. But Ching just gets the Phantom. Does a quick little leg workout as well. PRX will find themselves in the lead.
For the first time on this map, they're taking the lead. And it looks so similar. I mean, Nongshim here, a little bit of a minor adjustment. They're using that Armageddon again.
Check किया उसको बाद में.
They're anticipating the Neon to go past it, so they have the stun ready for that. That's a nice little setup. But then you've got this Outlaw to contend with. Devi has that extra angle. And he starts breaking it open. Jing is really on point right now. Sure, the showstopper misses, but his aim is outrageously good. He has been absolutely frying here, especially.
Carnage है भाई, 23 बार है बंदा.
Dambi has an op.
Oh. What the hell are they doing over there?
Getting stung.
Okay, well, Francis able to find two, and Dambi does manage to catch them off guard. Something dead. This massive change-up in the weaponry does end up working out for them, at least for the moment. Envy and Devi, 2v4. This would be back-breaking.
How much?
Pull it off.
How much you want to bet something went? Okay, I'm buying an op now. That's that's it.
I mean,
gloves are off.
Very well could. Extra ops on the Neon.
Oh yeah.
Typically looks good with it.
I know exactly
very doable.
Where you are.
Absolutely. The neural theft just to make sure.
They are taking no chances with this one. This Envy's position revealed, backs away, Divide, way to try to utilize this ultimate here, but now that Francis does get caught in the open, start to have a bit more wiggle room, but X-Ross sees that passed over to him, puts it to use. I'll be ready for the corner. Will be able to catch Envy off guard. Got from behind, from that arcade side. 10-10, Nongshim, they keep it tight-knit.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought Nongshim might just get caught up in this crunch here. Francis able to sidestep. Gets the double with the sprayed out. Dambi's therefore able to wait out the attempted push out by PRX. Put that op, that was a nice little flick.
I hope.
Let's see. Op, I told you.
कि ये जितना close जा रहा है.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't like I was gambling there.
Yeah. They end up clashing up.
उतना enjoy भी कर रहा है.
Operator in hand. Stealth drone. Straight out by Ching, and then he peeks right into his sights. He'll be striking again. Not really on much of a forward line. If he swings that corner, the camera will spot him out.
Ching just looking to throw the paint shells or something, and he's so quick, man. His reaction time is out of this world.
I mean, if Dami could actually start becoming like a world-class opera, then he might just be the most terrifying player in the world.
He would be.
Shot!
Well, something. Still damn good with his own. Finds Francis Ivy on this lure. Ends up getting overwhelmed. He was just caught a bit off guard on that initial swing. A bit too late to try to open fire. Ends up falling to the wayside. Dami sliding forward. Looks to get rid of the lockdown and does. Only now a 3v3. Still the orbital strike in hand from Forsaken. Something trying to
nice shot.
Forward, take some space, and X-Ross just has no idea about this approach.
टावर एक्सपेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. टावर एक ऐसा एवेन्यू है जो क्लियर करना पड़ेगा. शॉर्ट रेल तुमसे कर दिया.
RB nearly burned to a crisp. Just 3 health remaining. Sends out the molly. Not going to be able to body block that one, but they get the hold up to half. Some damage dealt, but this would be heroics, the likes of which we haven't really seen from RB. As he is just going to be dead on that swing. PRX.
होना ही था, पॉसिबिलिटी क्या थी? ठीक है, फोर्सेकन ने अपनी अल्टी उसकी इवन काइंड ऑफ यूज हो गई, इसकी भी अल्टी, दवाई की भी.
While the lockdown is coming through, ends up netting them a man advantage in the long run here. This is just a nice little peek out. Even though Dombi, again, just going to disrespect your util, sorry Devi, and he has the brim stim. Gives him a little extra boost there. Doesn't matter when something has that op. His bread and butter. Something now 17 and 14 gets into the positives.
Ivy put under pressure immediately here. The flank comes in full north side.
सैंडविच हो गया, क्रंच कर दिए.
Picking apart the isolated player. Now rotate across towards that south side. Storming their way forward. Ship still very much contained over towards the site itself. RB. Molly to try to delay the approach from Halls. We'll send that one through. Clear the boom bomb. Paint shells, however, at his feet. Puts him down at 85.
Jing gets one.
RB gonna be taken
Dambi
down.
gets one, लेकिन 4-second trades. He spotted both.
He's now looking to hold his own.
He spotted both and take down.
3K4 Forsaken and PRX get themselves up to map point.
Oh gosh, they're just being so proactive on the map, and
पूरा मैप घूम रहे हैं.
Forgot was the first round where Dombi took the op. Since then, they have been picking on Ivy, clearing him out of that flank, giving them that extra man advantage. That allows Devi to put the turret up in the top, so they know no one's on site because the smoke is on top of the turret. It comes up, it never pings anybody. So they're able to start clearing out these extra angles. Forsaken's so ready for this push in towards spawn.
Timeout.
Final timeout call.
Yep.
Trying to make a go of this, push this into overtime, something that PRX failed to do.
NSR वाले कुछ तो सोच रहे हैं भाई. थंबनेल का कुछ करता हूँ, तो हो नहीं पा रहा है. टिडिंग टिडिंग टिडिंग. Perfect. Perfect setup done, bhai. Perfect. हो गया मेरा काम. हो गया. Canva helps a lot, Ray.
Still delivering here where the team needs him to the most.
Zing
Finds
it
an opening
down.
shot, but something will be able to take out Domby. Removes him from the equation. X-Ross going to be good
But
for one.
something
Something
gets
with
to-
another.
oh,
He's
no
finding
scope try
ball with
kara
an
tha.
operator. This man is an absolute lunatic. Cost him his life, and Ivy going to be caught on the timing.
OT जा रहा है.
Toggle onto the camera, but now it is just Devi at range with that judge needing to try to rescue a weapon, but also just wanted to make noise. Then again, will abandon it on the floor. Nongshim, a strong idea, and now a confirmation on his exact position. Just gonna look for push the smoke.
Entire.
Headshot onto RB, but Francis from Tower will strike him down. 12-12. This time, we managed to go to OT.
All right, let's go. Just again, winning some of those individual battles, taking Jing out of the equation early over at A main. Works a treat, but here we go. Defenders sided affair for both of these teams, 8 each. Ivy gets that neural too, but that didn't play too huge of a role overall. Yeah,
He was
something
trying
just-
कि उसको एक
again,
मिल जाए,
not
kind of.
anticipating how fast that Nongshim would be scaling onto site.
Well, that, I think he was just like, well, if I get one more with an O-scope, that should be good enough.
Right.
But manage it. To the dismay of Alex. Now we go into overtime for the first time between these two teams.
It's just like the pistol round.
Yeah,
It's
they're just repeating it.
identical.
Have Ivy. Let him get his setup. Let him be the first responder on that B side of the map. Everybody else linger back in the spawn. Get ready for a fast flood retake.
I think Paper X feels somewhat aware of this.
Let's see.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Rather over towards Sands. It's Ross. One shot. Not going to be sent down. Zombie on the
Jing
approach.
gets two.
Holding his
Ulti
own now.
pop
We're gonna be on
with the
line.
third one as well.
3 kills in the round thus far. Could just be looking at an ace.
Spike planted.
It was the ride of the rope as Francis. Hoping and praying, fishing for anything through that smoke. Nothing to be found. Jing
Fourth
down
one.
below, finds the headshot, and now it is just Ivy.
Jing be like, मेरे पे छोड़ दो तुम काम, मैं कर दूंगा.
Jing into this one. Maybe just trying to assess where it's all going to be coming from. And he'll be able to find it in the end.
Helping the teammate to get an
To
ace.
kick off overtime, Paper X once again up to map point.
Jing is having an unbelievable map.
33 kills.
33, yeah. I was just about to say, I think he ended the first half with 28, so that should put him up there. But it's just a pause here. I mean, Paper X this time remembers what was going on in that first half, just these floods that Nongshim is trying to attempt, and that pause they take, because they're like, we know it's coming.
Shime
And
out.
It's great awareness, because
10
Nongshim's
days.
go button was when Invi cleared the tripwire.
10
at
days
front
in the
of
Pacific.
A-main.
10.
That's when Nongshim.
लोगों के भाई कॉम्पी में 10 नहीं होते, इसके पैसिफिक में 10 हो गए.
Positioning Jing right there where he needs to be to get maximum value.
His 10th ace in VCT Pacific.
Wow.
And now the final timeout call for Paper X as they look to bring this one to a finish. Always risky. Trying to pump the brakes here. Allowing for Nongshim. Those coaches to get a word back into the players. Trying to find some adjustments.
Yeah. Be curious what they're talking about, because their attacker side was starting to
Boom rope incident
get some
but in
momentum, get some
2026.
legs. Both of these teams
भाई
closed
सबने
out,
डाल भी दिया वो rope वाला.
their attacker sides with 2 wins in a row. So maybe just really want to make sure, okay, here's our, maybe we have a set play here for this round, and then talked a little bit about the defender side even perhaps, but got to make sure that this one goes, and it's a similar setup here for Paper Rex. 2-3 split on B. Devi's util in that position. We saw just a flip of the alarm bot in the nano. It doesn't matter for this round though. This should be a clean B hit. I think Paper X this time for that high-low setup again.
Spot out once again. Yeah, Jing. Top gen. HL at the ready. Lobs it in. Interrupts it. The aftershock as well. Stops him from getting the spike planted. Canteen. They both going to be lobbed through. Francis is stunned up.
5v5 retake.
Behind the box. There's something, the wall's going to be falling, and so too shall he. RB. Able to find the opening kill. Now player advantage in the hands of Nongshim into the post plant. Violent approach, seeing no one back.
दो tower, दो default.
Out the space, and this tells them that Nongshim widely going to be corralled in and around this tower side as well as the site. Jing on the push, able to find the one. Andy with another. X-Ross, however, out from tower. Finding the kill. 3 players stacked up. Domby trying to be the tank. Swings the corner.
NT.
The hold up the half. But X-Ross.
भाई सबका टैग अच्छा है.
3K ties it up 13-13 and forces the reset.
Switching sides.
Yeah, this is what I want to see from Nongshim on this map. That's why I was really wanting to see some of these B hits. Now, part of this is because something's out in Narnia there. Just doesn't look comfortable on the resetting with the aim when he comes out of the slides just yet. Not able to find much there. X-Ross, another huge 3K. Go again. This is what we were expecting with these two teams at Santiago, man.
Yes.
Exciting back and forth. Get a complete change up in methodology now. They're going all the way out in the dish. They're trying to pick on Dubai.
Oh, and they shall. Doesn't opt.
Oh, the way gets down.
Ends up getting stunned as well by the relay bolt. Well, ball's falling. Ivy able to find the
Beauty
reset.
position. Oh, Ivy!
A second as well before getting picked apart. He sets them up with a 2-player advantage. Some of these moments from Paper Rex
Jing को मारने पड़ेंगे दो तीन.
very rough.
One enemy remaining.
Be now
चारों
dead.
मारने
X-Ross
पड़ेंगे.
with another shot. And it is all on Jing. Nongshim will get themselves up to map point for the first time, and there's the counter swing. Back in the lead, back in control. Nongshim
Switching sides.
looking to bring this to a 15-13 conclusion.
I mean, this is something that Paper X was doing to Ivy a few rounds there. As Sentinel player, you're on an island a bit, on the other side of the ropes, and
I mean, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
right,
If you break the bug, they know where you are. If you don't, they know where you are.
right. It's a really rough position to be in as a Sentinel if they decide to commit to that push. So
इतना proactive खेल रहे हैं ना दोनों.
Trying it again. Ivy makes a very swift
मजा आ रहा है देख के.
north side.
एक spawn वो spawn से push करता है. ये लोग यहाँ से arcade से पूरा ही push कर जाते हैं.
Meanwhile, Paper Rex have evacuated.
camera toggle should have seen that, so they should know that B is going to be pretty open. 3 players.
It's going to allow them to get pretty deeply entrenched as Nambi holding tower here with that judge in hand.
Ooh.
Sends up the relay bolt though. Inch on the aftershock. He'll zone it back for the moment, but he wants to try to refill this space. Jing, however,
Jing gets
quickly
only
on the
one.
corner, still able to find Francis, but Nambi will be able to trade one
एक
back.
tower clear करने के लिए 100 util लग रही है.
Again on this approach to that arcade side. Good for a kill on a Forsaken, but cannot find the follow-up. Divide. Time, Downbeat. Then he struck down suddenly. Paper Rex, player advantage in their hands, but RB, despite the 8 punch,
मार दिया
is
RB
able
ने
to find
पूरा.
himself another. And now it is something with the op, finds the first flick. 10 health remaining. The classic would kill. RB is just playing a ring around the road. But something finds a shot, but does he have the time? The defuse to come
Nice
through.
try.
He just does not have it.
Oh,
15-13, 0.2 seconds off. Nongshim showing up on Paper X's fracture.
that was a crazy back and forth. Both playing defender side really well on Fracture. Nice to see the map back, but Nongshim finally getting a win on this map. That is their first ever, and they get it against one of the best to ever play the map. This is just feeling like maybe Nongshim's gonna do it again.
Maybe they will, but for now, let's send it down to Jen. It's going to be standing by with Nongshim's coach.
Overtime right off the bat, it was Nongshim that walked away victorious. Now I have Coach Slokanen next to me to talk about the first map. Coach Slokanen, what are your general thoughts on Fracture? Because you guys haven't played this map since last year. Had a nice lead in the beginning, and then we started to kind of question the value of Breach Teho because you guys struggled a bit in the second half. and then you guys pushed it to overtime, and now you have Fracture in the back. So
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
How that map played out for you. 감독님 일단은 1세트
और क्या है?
전반전에는 상당히 리드를 잡고 흐름을 타는 모습이었는데요. 후반전 가면서 많이 따라잡혔습니다. 아무래도 이 1년 전과 같은 조합이 통할까라는 생각이 많은 분들이 보시면서 들기도 했었을 텐데요. 전반적으로 프랙처에서 경기 어떻게 판단하시는지 궁금하네요.
저희가 프랙처 나오고 나서 솔직히 생각보다 많이 하지 못했거든요. 그래서 지금 어느 정도 스크림에서 많이 나오는 조합이기도 하고 저희가 어느 정도 지금 당장 할 수 있는 걸로 이제 기반을 좀 다졌는데 확실히 지금 네온 레이지 같이 프랙처에서 투엔트리가 막 그렇게 많이 나오는 편은 아니라서 거기서 저희가 상대 리테이크에 좀 많이 좀 힘들어했던 것 같습니다. 그래도 잘 이겨서 다행입니다.
Well, when it comes to the comps that we've been running, we actually didn't really play a lot of Fracture ever since it came out, and we didn't have a lot of options to kind of comp test through given the time. So I think this comp was a lot of the comps that teams were running these days in scrims, and we thought this might be the one that we could maybe run. In terms of what happened in the second half, we didn't really expect Raze Neon double duelist from the side of PRX or to face up against that type of comp. So I think we struggled a bit with stopping them and stopping them with the retakes as well, but I'm really happy that we were able to push it through. Now, thank you very much, Lukanen, and best of luck.
Ooh, overtime right
She's
on
enjoying.
the first map of Fracture.
Mike
This
ऐसा
match
लेके जा रही.
we expected to deliver, and that is exactly what we wanted to see, as the casters mentioned, over in the grand finals in Masters Santiago.
Yeah, I mean, welcome back, Fracture. What an introduction again for this map. And like they said, this is the kind of matchup we want to see between these two teams. Overtimes, massive multi-kills, an ace from Jing. I think this match had everything so far.
You got to kick yourself as PRX though. You had Jing put on a clinic on his signature agent, and you got one of your best maps historically coming back into the pool against a team that has never won it before, and you had it stolen right out from under you.
Yeah, I mean, losing in overtime always sucks, especially when they know there was probably 3 rounds in there where they win it if they don't whiff at certain points. I mean, that's not something we're ever normally saying about PRX, but Nongshim really took every advantage they could get. They pounced on all of PRX's mistakes using this old school Breach Teo comp. Francis back on the Breach, a real home for him, or it used to be. You know, big change from that Yoru, but he did a great job. And, you know, full credit to Nongshim for getting this map across the line.
Yeah, I feel like this match was basically what or this map
17 फर्स्ट किल्स हैं उनके पास. इनके पास सिर्फ 11 है. इन्होंने पोस्ट प्लांट कम जीते हैं. इन्होंने पोस्ट प्लांट 11 किए हैं, उसमें से 6 जीते हैं. इन्होंने 16 ही आ रहे हैं. इन्होंने 5. इनके पास एक क्लच भी है, लेकिन मैच इन्हें जीती है. दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट.
Feel like Nongshim are just always one step ahead of them in those tiny moments, and these performances that we're seeing from all of these players, I just love seeing Nongshim with this renewed kind of confidence. They know that this is actually their stage. They knew it when they walked out with that trophy.
I mean, they're just playing excellent Valorant at the moment. I don't even necessarily think they're playing the best current comp for the meta or anything like that. Like, Breach Teo is not what it used to be, but even kind of playing a comp like that they actually played a year ago on this map when they didn't necessarily get as much success, they're still just able to trust their fundamentals, and their players are in excellent form.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Breach once again because Fracture just invites this agent, right?
Yeah.
But do you think that this is something that teams are scrambling to put together, or that this is really the agent for this?
I mean, I think Breach is not in a strong place right now. Everybody knows it, but the util just fits the map so well. It's, you know, the stunner is exactly the width of these lanes, the aftershock forcing you out of positions. It has a lot of good options here.
Yeah, this was a beautiful round as well. The off angle on the lockdown placed down by Devi, and the Teo missiles aren't able to deal with it, which forces Nongshim out of the site. We have gone from shooty, bang, bang, double duelist meta, maybe into more intricate utility and more kind of small decisions making the difference in some of these rounds, at least where double E-net matchups are concerned.
Yeah, when you see these two teams together, you expect a shooty, bang, bang. But it's so great also to see all of this macro coming into play, which we saw a lot of from Nongshim, especially on the defense.
An absolute clinic from Nongshim in terms of how to play top side, bottom side, on Fracture. Very fast retake, very high kind of gamble stacky setups. They leave sites open with the Cypher utility. They often kind of crunch different sides together. You see it here, you know, you get the full execute on the B side, courtesy of PaperX. Ivy and RB push bottom side with the A main control that's coming from the other side. They crunch that bottom side and catch.
Chalo guys, I'll be back.
And you saw them doing this
2
on the
minutes.
defense all half long.
Yeah, I mean, I thought their defensive side was incredibly well put together, and you saw PaperX got the advantage in a lot of those rounds, but the macro was so good from Nongshim. They off.
फटाफट आ रहा हूँ मैं 2 मिनट में आया. Chalo guys, we are back.
PaperX can turn things around. The split back at Santiago was an absolute travesty from them. Only the 4 rounds won. Looking to rewrite the script here. Our second day of stage 1.
And this is sort of a comfort composition for PaperX. Their second most played composition on Split is the one you're seeing here. With the Jet Rays, the Sky, the Omen, the Viper.
They
did actually play this comp last year, believe it or not, against...
भाई अगर ये 2-0 है
so this is something that you know, the coaching staff feels comfortable with. Obviously, the players should hopefully feel comfortable with. I think in general, just PaperX, frankly, probably lost Fracture because they had a couple of just whiffy rounds.
Yeah. Lost them dearly. All falling. Getting the spot on here on plenty of players. Meanwhile, Forsaken.
भाई ये खोल देगी इन्हें पूरा पूरा मारेगी.
Double dash entry opens up this A site. Plant to very quickly come through. Meanwhile, Tombi trying to take point, but Trailblazer something trying to play off the back of that one, but does end up getting blinded up. The paranoia from
Plant हो गया है, एक player low है.
Well to stave them off there at screens. Push through the wall and somehow Francis also coming away with that kill. Now the spot out. Tombi trying to get the slide in. Something does.
Smokes है नहीं. भाई खत्म है. NS पूरा जल्दी खत्म करेगी ये game भी.
We'll have him dead on the floor. Something now. Last one standing, overwhelmed and outnumbered. He will fall. And it's going to be another pistol over to Nongshim.
Yeah, they're just able to get past kind of that.
और NS इसको fast pace ही रखना चाहेगी because Neon वाले comp में आप fast pace ही रखना चाहते हो.
Love to see this from his POV.
दोनों dash-in agent है, dive-in agent है actually.
Nice. Just a quick hit and fade. Nice little prowler here from Xros to counter some of that Sky util, even though you probably feel like you should have had Dombi there with that Trailblazer to lead you in.
क्या कर रहा है भाई?
Sure.
और
Base alpha now? Did you get that reference?
I don't.
Ah.
Francis doesn't get his kill either. Bucky on the floor. He will happily collect that one. Meanwhile, Jing still looking to try to play forward. With that ban for the use, but it's only going to find us mattering damage. Meanwhile, once again, Devi going to be taken down the top of ramp. Dombi looking for a little bit more, but runs out of bullets. And Forsaken will be able to take him out of the equation.
2v3.
Took to the corner, that Bucky in hand. Absolutely wreak havoc. These Nongshim players. They play into him. Just go for the swing. Clean little tap though. Find that headshot. Still two Guardians in the mix. It's Forsaken. He's going around the world. Working his way through sewers.
Trying to fake like he's coming from screens.
Smoke. Through. For now, no eyes on this position, but he's going to have to be quick with
Baba
Spot the one. He's looking for them both.
दोनों को
Knows
देख
exactly where they're
लिया.
at. They cannot find it. Goes for the further ranged player. And RP not going to take enough damage to fall to the wayside. Cheeky little attempt there from
मार
Forsaken,
सकता
but ends up
था.
coming up short.
Yeah, the
पर
mind
बच
game's good,
गया.
the gun just isn't. That's just all there is to it. He makes what is usually the right call. Like if you're gonna win that situation, you gotta go for the far player first. But you have a classic. I mean, it's just one of the worst possible guns to have in that situation outside of a shotgun. Still decent damage done again on an eco by PaperX. They can capitalize a little bit. It's gonna be the typical accoutrement here for Nongshim. Double shotguns though. Francis on the waylay, he seems to be favoring those Buckies. Saw it in the anti-eco.
Nothing out wide. Little double dash into Devi's open arms, and Francis will fall. Once again, the Bucky not to ring out. Now Devi doubling up. RB going to be taken down. Now the spike is stranded. This was a bit of a bizarre game plan here from Nongshim, still committing in even after losing out on their entry power. Now, how are you meant to really try to recover this one? Have to be brute force, firepower.
You cannot push this corner as PaperX. Please don't. You know there's a shotgun in his hands. Like, you just know it. Patience.
There will be patience on display. How long is the question, but for now, Downbeat just going to be holding his own there in garage. Jing at the same time, his own shotgun at the ready. Quick little greeting here to Ivy and Xros. Cannot withstand the might of the judge.
30 seconds left.
Downbeat doesn't really have much left to do. Rotate into mid, could maybe grab up one of his fallen teammates' weapons.
एक आधा frag कोई मिल जाए.
Spotted out. And yeah, Bucky at that range, not going to be able to find it. So flawless here in the anti-bonus. PaperX
Kind of a nice try.
Yeah, I mean, just, yeah, kind of a head scratcher of a round from Nongshim. Kind of a disjointed attack that Devi, oh, they dashed in right before that smoke landed. So Devi got the peek onto Francis, was able to eliminate him. Yeah, easy money for Jing.
Nice boys, nice boys.
Still Nice. Good flawless. Keep things very much economically stable for Paper Rex. Wow, more shotguns.
Here we go
Oh,
again.
oh, oh, oh.
And the Bucky. Back into the mix is something.
फ्रांसिस और डैम भी तो शॉटगन्स पे ही है.
At the same time, but I have a whole world of pressure. Push down a
वो
bomb.
सिर्फ एंट्री शॉटगन्स है एक्चुअली.
On that vent side, but now just the check. Haunt, however, will. There's that out. Meanwhile, something making plenty of noise from Male, so they know this is going to be at least a double stack from Paper Rex. Francis planted here.
Paper Rex really trying to make contact.
Crack at the ready. The paranoia through. Francis taking that space up and be heaven. Don't find anything so far.
Jing
but
gets
Jing will be
one.
able to shut him down attacked.
Okay, Demi and
Little
Envy.
kill. Trade back is there.
Envy किधर है भाई?
No player advantages on either side. 3v3 as the spike gets brought forward by RB.
Plant हो जाएगा.
Snake bite as well as the paint
Okay,
shell
snake
can be
bite
lobbed
आई.
in. Dombi takes
Ivy
down, but
takes Jing.
with that trade. We'll find Jing. So now a 2v2. It's not planted. Both Gongshim players widely just contained here behind the pillar.
2v2.
30 seconds
By
left.
Ice threatened in on that
2v1.
angle. Managing to strike. He spotted them both, giving that information over to Envy. He takes it now, down to a 1v1. Flash up and over the top at RB, not getting caught by it, but Envy! Woo! Steadies the aim and finds a Red Bull clutch to tie it up to 2.
Much needed from Envy there. A little bit weird to me. We have kind of the hold it pillar there for Paper X. You know they're stuck behind it.
Nah, he TP'd bro.
But then they kind of split up and they come under, Divide drops down under the rope, pays the price. Oh, Ivy just spamming through smokes, catches Jing in the head. But it'd be good for his 20th clutch.
20th clutch.
Whoa.
Obviously, almost all of those came while he was
It's
on
kind of a clutch
Team
master
Secret
thing.
As Dombi, uncharacteristic, complete whiff with the Bucky. Jing goes unscathed, still stuck in this corner.
One enemy remaining.
They just mow them down.
Flawless
one
निकाल
after the other.
गए.
Flawless.
Nongshim just throwing bodies at the problem. And they all end up paying the iron price.
Kind of a flawless
That's
निकाल
just one of
गए.
those moments where it's like, well, if the Bucky no work, then the round no work. He just assumed.
Yeah. And then even with the paranoia, playing
Oh.
such tight
Whoa,
angles,
whoa.
Jing still has the vision. They have the covering fire from Envy as well.
I just love how Dombi's so confident that he just is like, well, this shot is just either going to hit or it's not, and I'm just going to go for the next target. Back, I mean, I think he's only used shotguns in pretty much every round except the pistol. Not a judge. Close to a bunch of ults for a lot of different players. Envy, Devi, Dombi, Xros, RB, Francis.
Back on the weak side of the map. Flash forward, Devi.
ठीक है.
Necessarily
NS
spotted
पूरी
here, but
entered है site के
manages
अंदर.
to flee exit back over to screens. Shorty in hand.
ये मेरे को अच्छा लगता है. स्मोक होल्ड करो तो हमेशा शॉटगन के साथ करो, शॉर्टी के साथ करो, बेटर रहता
He'll
है.
be able to find both players, Envy and Jing, both taken down on the flank. That is a massive win for Ivy. As Nongshim look to tie this up.
ओहो.
Out for him, Devi able to find one. RPD lurking down below, Forsaken, getting the information a bit too late and something, given that he's got this operator in hand. Needs to find a kill sooner rather than later, otherwise this is going to have to be an abandoned and save from Paper X.
Kind of a save ही है.
Push forward, can't get the shorty out fast enough. Something, not able to find the first shot and will just be overwhelmed.
Heaven पे जाके RB ने मार दिया.
It's the catch and Nongshim hit things neck and neck.
This is just Ivy, tremendous awareness, and he's kind of the unsung hero at times for Nongshim. Oftentimes you're looking at those
Unsung
duelists,
hero.
Dombi,
बोल
Francis,
सकते
but
हो.
Ivy
The way RB
so
plays.
aware on this backside of how quick Paper Rex will capitalize when they know that you're just fast flooding into a site when you're hitting quick. He's got 2 down.
अभी भी ऑफ बाय की है.
Have a bunch of ults, pits available on either side.
Oh,
my
भाई.
My goodness, what a shot!
Oh my god.
And the refill of space, Nongshim Bit of a slow start for them on the map, but now seemingly waking up a bit. But Divine still here. Some spam.
बोलेगा in the smoke, in the smoke.
Walk out, but just gets spotted.
बोला ना बोलेगा भी in the
Spotting
smoke.
the head, claiming him. Right now to come through a 2v4 Forsaken.
Spike planted.
Trying to play off this flash.
The TP didn't work out. Damn be
Repeat
with.
the angle. Now Indy completely contained, getting zapped to death. Stuck at screens. Fights back for one more, but Xtross gets himself a 3K and Nongshim get the lead.
Thank you.
Curious to see if there's a pause of the clock. Yep, thought so. You got to talk a little bit here about how much space you're giving up at A ramp. Something PaperX is doing well early on. I mean, in some ways that feels a little bad, man, because RB hits a nasty one right as the angle's being taken by something, but he was going to get hit by that relay bolt. Could have dashed out, I suppose, if he could hit the shot, but
Timeout.
maybe readdress how you want to control some of that.
बोलो आपका फोन ये लो ये वाला नाम चेंज करना पड़ेगा मेरे को ठीक है हाँ हाँ
But no Xtross. Snappy with a headshot, and now it's all down to something. The second knife able to connect. Updraft up and over the top, and somehow he didn't get the spot out. In the corner though. Does manage to finish him off. Snake bite gonna be lobbed in, but I think it might have fallen short. Or something just disrespecting it. Waited it out. That's more than enough for Ivy to capitalize and find the win. So once again, a lot of damage dealt in these thrifty attempts from PaperX, but they just cannot get over that final hurdle.
I mean, again, the Ivy just so reliable there on those lurks, getting that player advantage. By the way, if Jing gets the second kill here, he gets his showstopper.
It should have been them sealing the deal on the round.
बन जाएगा बन जाएगा
Just a bit of damage, horrible there.
Yeah.
All too easy for Ivy. Collect that final shot.
Prowler. Only Prowler. Ada wall. Middle one.
I'll find you.
Can dog this later. That's the big guy. Can dog this? Carry Ramjay.
Yeah, just doggy dog.
He's still in mid, still in mid, still in mid.
Nothing.
Nothing middle.
Nongshim playing this one very slowly, trying to keep PaperX guessing. They're on the Trailblazer for now. PaperX, 3 players in the correct position. Boombot to lead the way. Jing, as you mentioned, that showstopper now online with his death in the previous round, and with all these players collected and stacked up in A main, this could be colossal.
एक bloodbath है
You can find the right timing.
I'm just holding my breath.
trades तो आएगी लंबी trades आएगी
Wall raised, the walk over. Jing able to behind the peak. Showstopper lobbed in.
मार
That's
गया
2 more. Tries to plant his feet and find Ivy. Will be
2v4
able to bring one back, but that is such significant damage dealt. A massive start to the round here from Jing. Trying to tighten the gap.
30 seconds left.
Just one round separating. Pop flash around. Back of the map. Goodbye.
Oh!
Looking to play off of that one.
like
Finds the
this
one.
mara
In
gaya.
gets the other. And Paper X will be able to find the round win.
This is certainly kind of a. It looks
Jing
like
is still on 12
thinking
and
about
7.
this as like
मतलब
a
Jing मार ही रहा
bad
है.
decision from Nongshim because the boom bot was there. You know that the raise is there. You know you've got a showstopper, but they're trying to play against the tendencies of Paper X here. They're trying to just be patient, not show anything. But Paper X actually has been really patient on this map so far. They're doing a really good job of waiting things out, confirming presence before they move their defaults. And so that works against Nongshim, who's trying to outweight. That's why they get caught in that showstopper. So again, patience, the name of the game.
Jump peek to try to play something in on the angle. Now be around the corner. Tailwind has now expired. Something. He is stranding himself on this island. Clears out the Prowler, the double dash forward, looking to saturate to connect, but he does manage to make his way back around the corner as the Nightfall goes across. Only hitting onto the jet and something. He's slipping the net. Push forward into the smoke here behind them, but he gets somebody off guard. Ends up making his exit
Enemy remaining.
as Defy arrives out from Robin, cutting down the other two. And this is brilliant from Paper X.
It's brilliant from something. They try to catch him on the way out. He knows he's tagged by the tether from the Nightfall, kind of uses that against him. He's cutting right in as they're going to be looking to try to follow it, as well as a really timely Poison Cloud from Divide that allows him to slip the net there and get behind him. Yeah, it leaves Forsaken a little bit isolated, but it creates so many problems for Nongshim in terms of figuring out who's where did something go? You know there's going to be somebody up in heaven. Like all of a sudden there's all these problems trying to get in. That was so smart.
It's like an old murder mystery, trying to follow the footsteps.
Yeah.
And you realize that they loop back around behind you. You turn around and there's the murderer.
Yeah.
It's something with an op.
10 seconds left.
It's like in Harry Potter when they have that map and the footsteps just disappear and you're like, what is that?
Guys. 3 बज गया है. 3:30 बजे. We have to switch the channel.
Here for Paper X.
3:30 बजे तक अगर ये मैप खत्म हुआ, we have
Holding
half
on to
an
that
hour.
vandal. Back across the opposite side of the map. Economy for Nongshim starting to get very wonky. Paper X not allowing for Nongshim to get away from them this time.
Did
5-5.
anybody have Jing on their build div team
I
today?
have no idea.
Because he is going nuclear.
I'm praying that no one does.
I know I didn't. I had Divine and Forsaken.
I have just Forsaken. He's not doing me any favors right now on this one.
No.
But Nongshim feeling the pressure as things get tied up. Won't be using their first time out.
It's been rough for the duelists. I'll give Paper X that. They've kept those players at bay. I mean, they haven't been really falling for any of the shotgun shenanigans. They've been taking some off angles that they can kind of catch the entries pretty well. For the most part, not always, but doing a reasonable job on their defender side against a tricky double duelist with the Neon Waylay. Something that obviously you're seeing a lot right now. At the very least, everybody's talking about it. You're seeing a lot in the other regions. It's the first time we've actually seen it in Pacific so far. Granted, we're only on the second day, but this is kind of that comp that you're going to be anticipating to see a lot more of. So for what it's worth, you got to feel pretty confident right now as Paper X. You're holding your own here on a map that kind of will be close to attacker side with the comp that Nongshim is running. So back into shotgun shenanigans. Operator still there for something.
Forsaken smokes, एक one way है. Cross हुआ नहीं है.
Leaf gets one.
Yeah. That kill, but Francis does manage to be too fast enough to come up with that kill. Lobs in a saturate over towards Divide, but he drops down off the rafter fast enough to avoid it. But Dami,
Nice one, Dami.
Rosie. Is none the wiser. Before he knew what hit him. Plant now to come through, but again, delay. Jing with the paint shells, able to slow them up, but that's going to be invested. That approach from the alley. Flush out, Jing, taking space.
Whoa.
On one, Invi gets the other. Players on site now gone, and something. A massive headshot there on Francis's Ivy.
Nice try.
And not for very
इतने
long. Paper Rex shrugging off that timeout call. They will gain the lead 6-5.
I just love the way Paper X is able to stagger their util on this B site. We've seen it a lot where you know, they don't have the snake bite this time, but they
Last
have
round in
the
the
paint
half.
shells, they have the flashes, they have the dog, they have all this stuff to just delay. You get the convergent paths out of them, even doesn't really mean much. And a beautiful flash, right
क्या
back.
मारा है लेकिन ये वाला एक फ्रैग जो लेफ्ट और राइट एक पिलर पे और एक बैक साइड पे जो फ्रैग मिला मस्त फ्रैग मिला
Nails a beautiful one there to back Dombi off that angle to kind of isolate one player. Give you some fair fights. It's better than fair fights. It's Paper X. They can end up 7-5 here. Come out with the advantage on the half. Mai going to be challenged, backed off the angle. Obviously, he's been playing fairly cautious on that Viper as he has to when you're going up against a double duelist.
Oh, something going for the peak, but what? Oh, a bit off with the dash. Unable to escape.
मार के निकल
One
सकता
for
था
one. Is that going to be enough for
नाइस रे आरबी
RB, like to say no. Forsaken going to be caught going on a walkabout.
डुम्बी ए डुम्बी
Now the
डुम्बी
attack
नाचते
on
नाचते
the
डुम्बी
site
मार देगा
continues. Divide
एक तो मार ही देगा
behind the default box. Spot out of the one, trying to steady the
नीचे
spray.
नहीं आया
Eventually
तो मारेगा
finding
कहाँ
Dombi.
से
Meanwhile, Envy again there for the exchange. Almost dead, but RB is able to find a second, and now we go into a 2v2.
Clearing heaven though, making the TP. Envy not even budging.
Now that you hear that tap, you know that he's not rotated across the other side of the map. RB anticipating and seeing the gun barrel. Jing going to be caught off guard.
let's go
A massive round for
30 seconds
RB.
left.
3K, potentially 4. As Ivy goes for the drop down. Envy looking to try to flush him out, but he
क्या
cannot.
मारते हैं
6-6. We will be tied up at the half.
Okay, still a great series so far between these two teams.
Yes.
And no matter what happens here, much better showing. I don't know what in the world you're thinking there or something. Trying to get over that snake bite, but still there's all of Nongshim out there. The flash just a touch late there. RB just running rings around Paper Rex. Caught Forsaken going for his little smoke play out onto the boxes outside of garage. So something that Forsaken will fake, you know, a lot. He'll throw that smoke there and not actually go for it, keep opponents guessing, but RB checks it, profits.
Tied up 6-6 here at the half. Paper X a one away from already accumulating as many rounds as they had at the last two maps combined at Master Santiago in the grand final. Jing continuing to excel here for the squad. And if widely one of the big components for Paper X to solve the meta, if it's just we put Jing on Raze no matter what, I think that they're going to have a pretty good stage.
Yeah, I think they'll figure it out because I think there's some really easily fixable things, and most of them are in their micro.
Yeah.
It's not in their macro. I think they're mostly pretty well situated for the macro on both maps.
They got a massive injection of just more maps or Raze is so viable.
True that.
And I mean, if we can go to 3, I'm sure we'll be seeing him play the Raze on Lotus as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see Jet Raze again on Lotus.
Yeah, they could just go back to that.
Yeah. I think that'd be just fine. I mean, I think something has been relatively okay. It hasn't been the best, but you would imagine that gets into a groove on that Jet. Do some damage.
2-1 in pistols so far with Nongshim out in front very slightly. Paper X can make that 2-2. Double push over towards Ali. RB seemingly ready for the sense out that paranoia. but
okay
still close enough.
4v5
Spot out.
retake
Time quick, refract back, and Dombi, he is
something
all
gets
alone, pushing out the
one
rafters.
heal भी मिल जाएगा
No one there to distract or peel back some pressure. He just ends up getting caught. Ivy on high, however.
Ivy
still
gets
able to
3.
find Ray.
X cross 1 भाई ये राउंड कैसे हार
Which
गए
so very well, absolutely crumbles for Paper X. Massive round for Ivy, gets himself the 4K, and Nongshim. They make it 3-1 in pistols, and now 7-6.
I mean, Ivy's done it again. He is so sharp at times. This should be Paper X all the way. You've got the heal that comes through. You get the early kills. you're up 3-5 there. I mean, you're not really giving him like a ton of time, but he's just too sharp. Yeah.
Wendler.
Yeah, he's getting
The one crying out here at the end of the round. Might be the first time I've seen that. Clearly not happy. I think they, have a protocol that PRX just didn't stick to.
I don't know if he should be hanging out with Alex. He's a bad influence.
6 rounds. PRX जिस हिसाब से खेल रही है fast खेलेगी.
That's a positive. Looking for the entry.
That's one
Shut down
down.
being able to find the first, but Francis cannot escape.
Okay.
Being able to find one of
हाँ,
these
गए
two,
भाई.
however, going to be gone. And X-Ross out from Alley. Let's put the spike on the floor. Zombie just
Vandal उठाओ.
got him down with the judge. So once again, PRX, they get some damage in.
आ गया.
Not going to be able to get that instant trade back. So Nongshim close out the anti-eco. Now have a 2-round lead.
Yeah, let's see what kind of legs this Waylay has on the defender side. You don't have that Yoru to give you that kind of fast rotation, some of that ability to use some flashes to control the mains a little bit more. To be kind of creative with your floods. Maybe they'll channel kind of similar ideas that we saw in Fracture, or maybe it's just a little more defaulty, a little more normal.
भाई लाल तो कर ही दिया था.
That is something down to 30.
Yep.
Still have the heals, obviously.
Yeah.
Francis, not much really peak with. Just has that Bucky. So. Stay tucked back. Looks like PRX going to be abandoning the mid exploration here. Final jump peek from Forsaken to see if he can catch anybody.
This could be tough. Nongshim's got a good read here. The duelist with full util. Cross as well as C's.
Oh, looking for the up and over, but Forsaken snipes him out of the sky. Cross dead. Down
नहीं,
the
एक भी नहीं मार
slide
पाया.
into his death. Jing will be able to survive. Paint Shell's going to be bouncing back in towards his face, but that less of a concern.
एक भी नहीं मार पाए.
PRX, a vice grip on this round. No bonus conversions in sight yet here today. RB will get a weapon upgrade. Chance of maybe some additional damage through. Contact, Jing. Main. To avoid getting a headshot. Flash out. Forsaken looking to steady it. Will be able to do
7
so.
is
So
to
both
8.
players surviving. PRX once again.
मेरे को लग रहा है NS जीत जाएगी 2-0.
Just a little bit disjointed on some of these double duelist attempts on this map. Woo! Forsaken.
Just utilizing gravity. I'll just let him fall into my crosshair.
You gotta aim where they're going to be, not where they are.
Yep.
Go boys.
Yeah, sometimes on this map so far for Nongshim, it has felt like the duelists are a little bit off kilter in their coordination. Not always.
Looking for the dive in. It's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange, though, as both Vipers get taken out. One at the Suarez entrance and one at fence. Meanwhile, B site completely open, but RB has in the pursuit, pushing his way all the way through Ramen.
इतना जल्दी flank आया है.
Slowed up here. Trying to use that Trailblazer, get some information, and RB is able to strike from behind, so Envy going to be
RB एक मार के वापस.
clear advantage now back in the hands of Nongshim. The plant will come through.
Spike planted.
Ultimate, see if he does anything cheeky with that in the round. Now just posted up. Paranoia towards heaven, but managed to find the connection on the X-Ross. Changes his vision as the Prowler. It's a hit here on the Jinx, but Forsaken's able to find one, finds two. He's looking for Dambi as well. He will be able to find him.
Forsaken.
Getting taken down. TP into the side from RB. Something just rides the rope, makes his exit. Waiting for the tap, playing this patiently. Good restraint from PRX. Because there it is. Right on the money. Swing in though, and RB able to win out the first. The shorty
Nice try.
Will cut him in two. 8-8. PRX, they keep things tied up.
Not sure what happened there with Nongshim. Forsaken got the first kill, and they just kind of kept flooding in there. Was he on the ground and he TP'd up, and I didn't catch it?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, just always on the rafters.
Just checking. It just felt like the comms got messy here.
Yes.
One enemy remaining.
I Tommy wasn't sure which way to look, but he ran out of players to be able to watch that upper angle for him. Ends up getting overwhelmed. That is going to force the final timeout from Nongshim here on this map.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now you might be talking a little bit about just what we were seeing in that last round with, hey, let's make sure, you know, first man through can look towards backside, that's fine, but somebody's got to cover that rafters position. Let's make sure we're all, you know, listening to the comms, know whose job it is to do what when we're going for those floods. And I think just in general, it just feels like this comp hasn't quite developed enough for Nongshim. You know, there are times where...
रुको गाइस 2 मिनट अभी मेरे को एक्चुअली आज के लिए तुम लोग मेरे से खाली बेयर कर लो बिकॉज आज के बाद है ना मैं एक चीज़ बता देता हूँ मेरा सब सेकंड चैनल का भी सब सॉर्ट हो जाएगा सीन तो प्रॉब्लम काइंड ऑफ खत्म सी हो जाएगी हो गया सीन शॉट चलो बच गया कुछ दिखा नहीं खाली यही दिखा
Riding the wall, will push out to his death.
गाइस ये मेरा लास्ट ही मैप होने वाला है anyhow because
that round looked pretty nice from Francis on the Waylay, I'll say that. That was some nifty little maneuvering there. Could refract.
अब भाई टाइम बहुत क्लोज है 16 ही मिनट है मैच चालू होने में मेरे को अभी भी सेटअप बाकी है मेरा वो स्ट्रीम का
There you go. Get the kill, get the refract, double down. That's how you play Waylay. Divide there. Just a little shot and okay. I think still doesn't look super comfortable. No Paper X able to string 3 rounds in a row there. Maybe a little frustrated. I'm sure Paper X in general feeling like they've missed some opportunities here today.
Stopper out, Paranoia connecting Jing. Sat in behind the box. Pops it up towards the top, but does not find the connection.
Get 2 RB.
Straight down 2, both duelists now gone.
Get back.
Taking on the approach out of garage. Meeting the same fate. This is a much needed shutdown here for Nongshim, not allowing for that ult to get value. Completely stop Paper X in their tracks.
I want to see this from RB's perspective, the way he plays this. He just completely bamboozles Paper X there. Dodge is the showstopper. Jing is so focused towards heaven. You know, normally Omens are going to run back, right? They're going to either TP back and then run into the alley, or, you know, maybe they'll try to go up the rope, but could just stick behind pillar usually.
Showstopper hit the front
Didn't
of
hit
the
Francis.
rafter, so it didn't go spill up over the top to catch, I believe, X-Ross, who was in that
X-Ross.
position.
30 seconds left.
I may be thinking that this side of the map is going to be a safe approach to that spike, but he would be very much mistaken.
I'm out of here.
Tommy there. I think he got...
He didn't even hit him.
Yeah, I don't think he got any confirmation on the other players as well. If he just doesn't have the time to really try to make a go of this. Slide out. Tommy will be able to find him. 9-9. Nongshim breaking a 3-round win streak from Paper X.
Go, go, go.
Tied up once again.
Go, go, go.
4 ults to work with versus the 3 of Paper X as well. Things could get very scrappy.
TP.
Brilliant.
Yep. He was going to back out. I thought he might have done. Just wanted to see it. Yep. What do you do there? Is NB? Die. A lot of ults though. Both teams.
Okay. Just can middle. Ready? Ready. I'm ready.
3, 2.
I smoke now. They flash, they... Oh, they holy shit! Lemon.
Might fall out early.
Great bait.
Just looking to sway that push in garage, which they have, but now it's going to be quick pivots from Nongshim to try to get situated on this A side of the map. The approach is very quickly coming through. Seeker's going to be let loose. Jing held back for the moment. As Seeker does get the spot. They clear this out, but the counter spray forward in the main, and Jing ends up catching a stray. Having control firmly in the hands of PRX, but the site itself is very much out of their grasp.
This is...
And RB getting ready to go on alert, so if they try to counter-rotate through, he can just catch them. A 1-for-1 exchange here now on the site. Overdrive going to be popped by Dambi. Devi able to find Francis. Dambi tries to hold his own, but eventually will end up falling. The swing in, and Extros not good for the kill. Forsaken stays alive, 4 HP, but there's still a Sky that can heal him up. And RB is not ready for the backstab. Oh, it was looking rough from PRX, but they pull a rabbit out of the hat. They regain the lead.
Sometimes this team just wins situations that you feel like they have no business winning.
That is correct.
This is one of them. I thought for a second there one of those cabbages was going to not hit Dambi and he was just going to be able to stay there by the flowers. Just get a freebie, but pops the ult and oh, Jason. Saken. More of that.
Oh.
Oh? Hello?
Good for a fast hit here, but the Seas does get the grab on the one.
Cover going out.
I think now you gotta disengage from this, but here we go.
Paranoia's going to be exchanged on both sides. Hard reveal onto one. The spam, something catching some of that, but it's going to be Devi coming away with the kill as Ivy will fall. Dambi, however, flushing out the enemy jet. Whatever PRX had in their minds, it doesn't end up working out, at least not on that side of the map. TP across the way. Hand over, and that's going to be the pit now at the ready, but Francis intercepting. Now going to be caught. The timing coming through, but Jing doesn't manage to collect it. Francis's survival could end up costing them dearly here. Jing now a world away. They can quickly find these players within the pit. This could yet still be around for Nongshim. Slowing it down, pumping the brakes, the push forward to Devi, able to find the one, the jump in. Dambi to his demise. Devi stands tall. Saken now finds Francis. And it is just RB. Cleans up the first, but it's going to be so very low. And the spam can just come through. Devi gets him.
गाइस मैप 3 जाने की पूरी संभावना है और मैं एक चीज बता देता हूँ तुम लोग को मैप 3 तुम लोग ऑफिशियल चैनल पे जाके देखना.
It's one of those rounds for PRX where you're just like, oh, the melons. What are they doing? Why are you committing to this? And then it's just, it's all according to plan. It's too rough. They have the TP there. Devi's already taken space inside. This is what was supposed to happen on Breeze at Santiago. He just TP over. Forsaken clicks on the correct part of the map. And in you go. Ivy in the one-way early. It's a stinger to try to challenge. Maybe.
Stingers, 2 Sheriffs, and a Vandal. All that they have to try to stop PRX from getting up the map point. Drops it, Trailblazer. Yeah, it gets the full confirmation. And Jing will get the kill. Flushes him out, blast packs now for the entry, takes that space. Ensures that backside is cleared.
I should hear this.
Yep. Triple approach through that attacker spawn. Devi reading and hearing it all. Ready to intercept and shut them down. Swing in the corner, it's that Stinger to lead the charge and doesn't manage to come away with a kill, but something on the re-peek. Shuts down Dambi mid-slide. RB trying to reposition, but something is wise to it. This Extros this entire time has just been waiting for reinforcements, waiting for help. He'll hit one hell of a shot, but he is still waiting for assistance. And he's not gonna get it until the next round, which could very much be the last here on this map. PRX up to 12. One away from sending us to a map 3.
Map 3 आ ही रहा है.
Great, again, great utilization of the Sky util from Envy. Leaving no stones unturned. I mean, also it helps when something is feeling it. RB comes out of the TP and something is eager to capitalize. So hard to imagine that couple weeks ago, Nongshim was obliterating PaperX on this map, and now PaperX about to take it from him. Deep, early pit for a defender's side.
Rare one, though. It's,
yeah.
This is left mid, very much open, so rotation's coming through. Downbeat trying to gain some control of this space. Meanwhile, Francis gets the spot on the one. Forsaken still watching this fence angle. Swing forward.
Nice
Downbeat
shot.
Able to get the readjustment. Cleans up a kill on the divide. Francis on the repeat in the mail. Finds Forsaken. Jing stun up, trying to blast back out the safety. The spike now going to be dropped, but something pokes into the corner. The Prowler does manage to suss him out. Oh, crossing their T's and dotting their I's. Nongshim not looking to have PaperX run away with this map quite just yet. Flash through, Envy trying to find the hero. Comes away with one. He can find nothing more. Nongshim needing 2 more rounds in a row to give us yet another overtime.
This just is PaperX is saying, okay, you're gonna pit. We're gonna try to go quick, and they know he's in there. Divide just assumes he's gonna be held at ropes or something like that. Instead, he was at an off angle, and Divide just doesn't swing correctly there in terms of anticipating it. Was going for the fast check towards the tight angle, paid the price. That just snowballed to the rest of Nongshim storming through.
Get out of my way.
Knives pop with something. Updraft, up and over, and once again that second blade finds its target. I'll be dead nice and early. Critical advantage found for PaperX. Something in Forsaken just going to be rejoining with the rest of the squad outside of A main. Ivy alone for the moment, just a snake bite to try to delay. As the Trailblazer pushing forward, checking out the site. Paranoia not going to go deep enough. Something, a shoulder shot there onto Francis, unable to collect the kill, and Ivy at the same time is able to clean up one, so Jing now going to be taken down.
Okay.
Swing in is
But Forsaken with a triple, 1v2 for
Blink of an
RB.
eye. Picks apart 3, leaving just RB in a 1v2.
Planted. Cover going out.
Sometimes Forsaken just all of a sudden finds a multi-kill out of nowhere. What looked like Nongshim might have been able to sneak another round in. Forsaken's having none of it. Still Paranoia for RB.
Must win, and he's already taken quite a bit of time to get himself forward here at screens. Start ticking down faster.
बहुत time ले
and
लिया.
faster. Paranoia goes across, something unable to sidestep, but he does end up getting caught in Forsaken. Now the last one standing with 47 health, but he has the timing, and he has the 4K. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands. 13-10, PaperX doing what they could not back in Master Santiago. They take a map off of Nongshim. They send us the distance.
As you can see here, some of the pains that Nongshim is having to go through with the meta change, with the nerfs to Yoru, trying to find that new composition on this map. Does not work out.
चलो guys, I would say bye bye to you all. 3:30 बज गए हैं. मेरे को आज जाना पड़ेगा. I'll be seeing you in the next one tomorrow. थोड़ा सा एडजस्ट करो, सिर्फ सैटरडे संडे का इशू है, वो रहेगा. अपन फ्राइडे और मंडे के गेम्स आराम से कर सकते हैं, वो चीज़ अपन करते ही रहेंगे. टिल देन बाय बाय, टेक केयर, सी या, लव यूज़.